On the pole, it's going to be brand qualifying. I tell you what, if we were to run the All-Star race,
yeah, just do 120 around.
I don't think you really got caught up in all that much. But man, thanks for joining me in the booth tonight, buddy.
Everybody knows
down from the truck series in here. He's going to be looking to try to steal a win. This time it is with the Xfinity cars. As you can see, just like it, she's got a soft spot in her heart for Cowboy Matt.
I can't see.
Well, let's say Cowboy Matt doesn't win tonight, and let's say she picks.
For the most part, but it was very fun.
Yep, one right there at your home track in Bristol. That was your crew here. Yes, you got 21 at Sledgehammer. You got the 61 of Mountaineers. And
yeah, I don't know what's going on, but my car hasn't even started.
Cowboy Matt.
So it's always a lap ahead of
back.
Yeah, that's fucking Daniel Flores back there. It didn't take me to the green flag.
Used to be all over the streams. Him and Master
If you got a control, if you got a steering wheel, unplug it back
tonight.
in.
And I will have a little bit of help as far as laps, some issues that may occur on track.
We're really going to hope that we can make it all the way on tires.
One groove racetrack. Yeah, you got to try to figure out the Finesse. Welcome to the chat, sir. Good to see you. Looks like Finesse is rooting on Boehner, trying to go for 3-0, 3 in a row, with Mountain and Battlers Dig. Right now, looking so far so good. A whole lot of give, a whole lot of take, but they're keeping it clean, keeping it green. It looks like they're getting a little bit of separation between each other. No, the truck race was a lot of side-by-side, fast-paced racing. I'm ready for tonight's race. How you feeling?
Man, and the cool thing is, of course,
Mountaineers, let this thing get really racy and then attack. Go for it. These guys have had 2+ weeks to practice. They're going to make contact a little bit, so are these guys. So looks like Bowling's kind of dropped back a little bit. Looks like some of the guys that might have taken tires earlier are really going to start moving their way to the push.
And here comes Larson. Larson to the bottom of the track job, trying to take the lead away. Good job. Oh, the momentum.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. we are the brave. We'll fight to remain the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, just that star, spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free. In the home of the
What's going on, guys? Repeat back here with another Xfinity race for the NNR racing community, and tonight our boys are going to Michigan. About 30 cars on track. It's going to be a lot of live action. Can't wait to get to it. I'm going to have none other than the one and only Mr. Stout Whiskey in the booth with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you liked what you saw with the trucks on Tuesday night, tonight's going to be even better. We got almost double the size of the field. These guys were practicing and drafting and getting after it all day, working on their tunes, getting everything set up. Can't wait to get this started. Man, I tell you what, they're in qualifying right now. Their Their connection test went, from what I hear, pretty well. I got a little bit of lowdown on who we're going to be waiting on, but first, of course, we got to thank our buddies over at Madison Rising for allowing NNR to use their version of the national anthem at the onset of every NNR community race. Tonight, again, it's all about the Xfinity boys from this 2-mile high banked high draft track. Man, this track, I'm actually really excited to get this going. I'll have the streams of NNR Cowboy and also of Boehner to work off of. So we'll keep an eye on laps and excuse me, best position counters that we can. Almost done with this last bit of this bronchitis I've been trying to chase away. So every now and then it kind of creeps up on me, especially when I get my voice gets elevated and I get excited about something. But I hope y'all are excited. As you can tell, I definitely am. We'll like I said, we'll have Stout Whiskey here in just a little bit. Mountaineer's checking into the stream saying he's gonna go for a second consecutive top 10. Mountaineer, I absolutely wish you the best, sir. It's gonna be a lot of fun. From what I heard earlier, that old 97 of Mr. Fatless Dig was going to have one of the cars beat. So we'll have to see if he's able to put that old Kurt Busch throwback paint scheme up front. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on him. It'll absolutely be great to see. But man, let's see. Yeah, they're still knocking out their qualifying. So Mountaineer, obviously you'd pick yourself. I'm gonna guess that one of the others that are in here might be old Miss Country Girl. Country, if you're there, welcome. If not, hope to see you soon, as well as everybody else. Ferret Man 0294. If you happen to be in there, thank you very much for following the channel while we were offline. But yeah, we got between 25 and 30 cars on track. There's not much more not much more you can say about these guys. There's got a few Cup guys going to be mixed in here tonight. You got the one and only J-Paw for all of J-Paw's army. He'll be out there tonight. Obviously, Stryker will be there. Smitty will be there. Our community owner, Coey, he's going to be in the field tonight. Sledgehammer's going to be in the field. So yeah, it's pretty stacked field. Again, about between 25 and 30 cars. I think right around 28, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have the one and only Stout Whiskey in the booth with me to call this draft party that we're going to have tonight. Again, if you tuned in for the trucks, Tack, good to see you. If you tuned in for the trucks on Sunday night, you saw what they did. I mean, 1st through 15th were all pretty much under a blank. Might have been a couple that got spread out after the pit stops and whatnot. Yeah, it's gonna be a great time. Let's see here. I'm just gonna kind of remind Stout of where I'm at. Let's see, where is he? So, all right. So, Tack, do you know anybody out here tonight that would be your pick? Um, Anybody that you might have heard of, or anybody in general? All right. Let's see. All right. So I got a message out to the one and only Stout Whiskey driver of the number 2 Miller Lite Ford in the Cup Series. So he should be right over. From what I just heard, their qualifying is done, so it shouldn't be much longer. They'll get back to a lobby, get that counted down, and yeah, we'll get this party started. Stout, welcome, sir.
What's up, Pete? Thanks for having me, man. Glad to be back here with you.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a great night. You got a little bit of an echo behind you. I think you're still being a party or something.
Yeah, I'll back out later, Natty. I'll back out of the party. I love you, man. With Striker.
All right, there we go. So yeah, Stout, we got about 28 cars on track tonight. If you watched the truck race the other night, they did a great job. This field is going to be all about the draft, swapping positions. There were many people that were able to take the lead off a little bit of a slingshot going down the front and the back stretch. Who's your pick for tonight, bud?
Tell you what, man, I'm gonna go with 2 dark horses. I've been looking at what guys are saying on Twitter, getting in there and talking to them, seeing what they got to say about the cars. But I'm going to go with Bill's Legend, and I'm going to go with Fatless tonight, man. And I'm going to tell you what, if both of them pull off a top, you owe me a beer in Martinsville.
That's not, man. I tell you what, you picked the hell of a guy in Fatless Dig. I popped into a practice party just before the stream started, and everybody was telling me to watch out for that 97 car tonight. So it's kind of interesting that you pick him right off the bat. I couldn't agree with you more. But so I'm gonna go with a couple of different guys here tonight. The first guy I'm thinking about is old Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer, he's got a lot of practice. He's always fast. I think he's going to get it done tonight. And I'm going to go with for my dark horse, I'm going with the one and only NNR Mountain. Mountain pulled off his first ever top 10 right here on Sunday night. Was all kinds of excited. I think that excitement and momentum carries him through to a win tonight.
I like that. I mean, and the cool thing, especially, I know we have a lot of regulars that tune in and, watch what we're doing here and watch these guys race and listen to just blabber off. But the cool thing about NNR, man, is just the fact that there's so many, each week, man, there's a different fast guy. I'm not sure with the Xfinity or the trucks, but I know the Cup, man, we've had like seven or 8 different winners already. It's just so competitive, man. There's not 1 or 2 guys.
No, you're 100% right. I think Coey was talking about that the other day, and he was saying the exact same thing. I got to get out of this party. Give me 1 second here.
You're good. I'm about to take Coey's in by here.
All right.
Here and get in here and check out.
Yeah, if you don't mind, please invite me as well. I know
right.
that party was just going to stay just a couple people, and all of a sudden there were like 8 people in there. So I'm going to bring up our NNR information and all that. You'll see the points scrolling across the bottom. I did go ahead and update that. So, man, but yeah, these guys are ready to get after it. It's been a great week so far, and we're only tonight's only gonna get into halfway through the week, but man, these guys are ready to tear it up.
Cool thing about Michigan, man, is it's a momentum track. You got to carry speed out of the corner to be fast here. You don't want to be loose, especially coming off of turn 2. Just because the best thing to do is to try to exit low to middle, or going from low to middle up to high when you exit. If you go through that corner and you're high and you try to exit, most likely you're going to spin out, or you're definitely so. It's going to be interesting, especially to see how these guys race. You're going to see some guys haul some tail here at the beginning who probably run a little higher preset, a little bit looser. But and on the flip side, you're going to have guys that's run a lot lower preset. What's going to happen is after 10 or 15 laps, they're going to meet back in the middle again, and then those guys that were running lower presets are going to take off from those guys. So it's going to be pretty sweet, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. They were actually talking about the little bit of the long run earlier during that practice I mentioned, and some guys were scared that during the end of a run they might get loose, end up to pit road. Like for example, if they come to 2 to go and they get loose and end up going down pit road, would they get a penalty? I mean, these are things that they're all already worrying about if they happen to have a long green flag run. So yeah, we'll have to see if their fears come to fruition, or if they're going to be safe, or if the pack the draft that they get keeps them tight, or if they've been running all week and worrying about not really worrying about pack, just working on their single car runs. Their cars are going to be way off, and they're going to be out of the game even before it gets started. So I think it's going to be a really big mixed bag.
Absolutely. Well, they sent an invite, man. There's still Paul's, but the cool thing about doing this is I'll start in the back. I'll invite you into the race, and then you can invite me to the race.
Okay.
But I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about who's starting where. So Asbill, he got the pole.
Scout, I need you to back out of the lobby.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. So before I do that, Asbill's on the pole. We got Shadlack in second. We're gonna have Coey's third. We've got Bill's Legend 5th and Sledgehammer 6th. So look at old man Coey up there doing it.
Yeah, not a bad run for Coey. Let's see. And tell you what, Asbill, he had a great truck race at Charlotte. He went on and won that. He had the dominant truck last week, and then in the Xfinity, I don't recall where he ran, but I saw a little bit of a highlight clip that Mountain did of the Xfinity race, and he was back and forth a little bit, but all in all, that was a great race. I'll actually have that posted to YouTube here in just a little bit. Looks like they've got about 15 seconds or so. So we're just waiting on that ever popular or ever important invite from the one and only Smitty or Coey or whoever's going to take
Pete,
care
you
of
didn't
that
get the
tonight.
invites?
Yeah, we got the invite.
Did we?
Got him?
Ali got it from me, Coey.
All right.
Oh, hey, how about that? You got it. All right, 3, 2,
Okay.
and 1.
We're loading in now.
Awesome.
See you later.
Later. Good luck.
All right,
Coey.
thank you, Coey. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get loaded in here. Again, I'll have the streams from NNR Cowboy and also Boehner to carry us through tonight. So that should be a couple of different aspects of the field. Although again, Stout, this field's gonna be very, very close all night long.
Oh yeah, and the beauty too is we're gonna have, even when they start getting spread out because of green flag pit stops. If we get to that point, of course we're gonna have the stages that's just gonna jumble us all back together.
Yeah, and the stages, I didn't quite get the amount of laps, so that's actually something that I'll check in, not too in the not too far off future.
It's 200.
Brom 9324, thank you very much for the follow, sir.
It'll be 100. It's a 2 mile track. 250 divided by 2 is 125. You gotta remember, I'm a math teacher, man. Just gotta ask. Gotta ask, brother.
Yeah, but we know NASCAR and how much they like to throw a wrench in things, so we'll have to see how the stages are split up. But yeah, you are. So as you see, the one car of Asville starting on pole with the 46 of Shadowlack to his outside. There's the 24 of our fearless leader Coey rocking that Rico red paint scheme Chevrolet. Then we've got Parzival in his normal 11. We got the 29 of Bill's Legend. Then we've got the 21 of Sledgehammer, followed with the 51 of NNR Swats to his inside. Got the 28 of Boehner to his outside. FNL Bowling had a great race last week with Fatless Dig in that 97, a car to watch tonight on his outside. We've got the 23, the one and only J-Paw making his first Xfinity start this year. Then we got the 69 of Rowdy Burns to his outside. Natty Dread again in the field. Great driver looking to take home or steal a trophy from these Xfinity guys. Then we got Mike Honcho, new guy to NNR. Then we got the 2 of Dooman with the 39 of Master Killer to his outside. NNR Cowboy rocking that 19 Interstate Batteries throwback with the 95 of Papa Bear. Then we got Jay Quims, the 20 Soroka, 61 of NNR Mountain, 20 of old Scotty Bell or Belliard, 74 of Badly Racing. Welcome back after breaking an arm. And we're going to go ahead and get ourselves back up towards the front of the pack because we are about to take them green here, Stout.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, speed. They're going to head down here into turn 1. Another thing, man, I heard you talking about Rowdy. Didn't Burn the truck race?
Yeah, Rowdy Burns won his first ever truck race just the other night, and I know he celebrated hard. So he's another one with a lot of momentum.
It's the same, man. There's so much parity in this league across all 3 series. It's pretty.
Yeah, look at these guys getting spread out back here with the 97 of Bowling. There's the 97 of Fatless Dig getting a great run around the outside of the 28, and he's going to keep that high side momentum up and running. So he's got 28 to the inside, 69 of Rowdy Burns to the outside. Again, going to keep it outside going through 1 and 2. Whole lot of momentum. He looks like he's really able to keep that high, wide, and handsome, just like old Mr. Harry Gant.
Absolutely, and Chad's straight push in Asville here to the lead. I don't know if he's going to try to just push him out front so they can pull away here, or if he was probably going to try to push him up front, but it looks like he's pushing him out in front of him there.
All right, yeah, let's go ahead and get back up front here. Went back through the camera. There's cameras there just a little bit. And let's see. There's 95 old Papa Bear. He was looking forward to tonight's race after getting some settings in his wheel taken care of. But let's see. All right, so yeah, the one of Asville, a Flying J machine with the 46 of Shadowlack right behind him. And then your third place car. Let's see. I'm quite sure who that third place car is.
It's Parzival.
Okay, yep, the 11 of Parzival, yeah. So the top 3 right now are actually top 5, top 6 are all nose to tail. The typical, hey country girl, welcome. The typical line, come off 3 and 4 really high, swoop down, run the apron across the front stretch, and dip up high again to get a great arc into 1 and 2. But Stout, what do you think we're talking about as far as cautions tonight? What would you say? I mean, you know these guys just as well as I do. Right now, they're really racing hard, trying to get all they can from these fresh tires. Aside from the stages, what do you think on cautions?
We have none.
We have none. There you
We're
go.
Caution free. My man Matt Killer up here, dude. He's up third. I was going to say he just had worked his way into fourth. He's in third, man. He's sticking his nose outside of Parzival.
Yep, I see him. I'm right there with him. But the 11 of Parzival's got the 21 of Sledgehammer. I thought for a second Sledge was just going to give him a big push, but Sledge actually dropped all the way to the inside, right along that apron line, and he got out of the draft. Kind of curious. I wonder if maybe he's a little high on tape and starting to warm up a little bit. I don't know. They should still all be on preset. You wouldn't really have to worry about overheating just yet.
Absolutely, and you look at this front group. Obviously, they're probably running a preset within one or two of each other. They've kind of just separated themselves from, it's like a group of 5 there in that little second group, and then you've got about 10 or 12 cars there in that third group. So, it's a possibility that they're able to stretch this out. Yeah, they're good. They're all good racers here, but it might be the fact that, hey, they're running a little bit higher preset, so they can turn a little bit more speed. They can easier. So we'll see here as as it continues to go green.
Yeah, as it continues to go green, the guys that started on a higher preset, they're going to wear just a little bit more. And those are going to be the guys that you're going to see where the rear end starts to kick out a little bit, especially coming off a 2. Because it goes from a turn to a really flat straightaway. All of a sudden, the rear end is going to get a little light with a little bit more wear, and you're going to see the front end of that car start to dart towards the infield going down the backstretch. So, yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on that. But right now, it looks like second place. Oh, they were 3 wide. They thought about keeping it 3 wide coming off of 4, but they thought better of it. Got back to double file. And, yeah, they are still pushing. Getting a bit more spread out, though, than the trucks did the other night.
Yeah, shame on me. Trucks the other night. I was just busy and busy with schoolwork. It's hard for me to do anything on Sunday nights because I don't do anything on Friday night. I don't do anything all day Saturday. I go to church on Sundays, hang out with my kids. And then the last 3 hours I'm awake, I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go teach kids tomorrow, man. So I gotta figure out what I'm doing.
Nah, man, I completely get it. We know. I think you actually had to back out of your eSpark race the other night because you had to administer PSATs the next morning. So
yep.
Yeah, the life of a teacher, man. I pay attention to what you're doing, man. I'm an avid follower of yours, Stout. You know that.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. But the other night we were on like lap 77, and it was like 11:48 p.m. and I looked over and I was like, "Holy crap, dude! We're only on lap 77 and it's 11:48 right now." I was like, "I've got to go to bed. I've got to get off because I can't lose my job over doing some sim racing." So.
Right.
Yeah, I told the guys, and I was like, "Yo, man, good luck." So.
Yeah, no, you gotta, life and family first, man. This is, as much as we love to do this and are passionate about it and all that, man, it's still just a game. Life and family first, especially with the family you got.
Got a caution.
Yeah, caution out on track.
What's wrong?
I didn't see anything and I didn't hear anything, so it must have been quite far in the back. And I'm going to guess that this was right around the time where those cars are starting to wear. I'm going to guess the caution was on the backstretch coming off 2. But, man, now this will give these guys a little bit of a chance to get into the pits, make any adjustments that they need to make, and maybe tighten it up or loosen it up if they started on a lower preset. So we'll have to see how they deal as we're going to let them finish those adjustments, and we're going to take them back green, get them all racked and stacked back up.
Well, the crazy thing, if you notice, the first and second pack there, it actually came together in the one big pack. So it's getting ready to get really interesting. Caution didn't allow it. Just kind of like the caution affected the ending of the cup race on Sunday. I was really looking forward to Blaney and Bowman duke it out, man, and he just got taken away from us, but that happens sometimes. Yeah,
Chase had a hell of a car, but we're going back green here with the one of the 29 up front with the one of Aswell right behind. Coey started on the outside there. It was kind of a set and duck with the way that this inside line moves. But 46 of Cadillac, giving that one a big shove all the way down the backstretch, heading into 3 and 4, all still within. Look at this pack back. Holy cow. This is draft racing at Michigan International Speedway. I love every bit of it. What's going on, Alpha Wolf? Oh, man, look at these guys. Yeah, Alpha, we got about 28 cars on track tonight. No retirees, no damage, or no blown motors yet. We've only had one caution, which you're kind of joining right at the tail end of. I've got the one and only Stout Whiskey, driver of the number 24 I forget the name of your team in the Cup Series. But, yeah.
Whiskey business.
What am I? Yeah, that's right. Whiskey business. So, Alpha, you're in for a great treat tonight, sir. Oh, here comes the one underneath the 29 with a little bit of help from the 46, but the 29's got some help on the outside as well from the 11 of Parzival. Going to come off the 1 and 2 double wide. 46 is the only single car. Still going to give that one car of Asbel a shot down the backstretch. The only thing is they're going to be really, really shallow going into turn 3.
Man, throw a blanket now on the top 8 or 9. Awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Completely different. We're not going to look at the inside now. I'm sorry, that's the 46. He's going to look to the inside of the 1, and he's got the 11 right behind, giving him a shove. And there's the 23-old J-Pa right there in P4.
Yeah.
He's going to give that one car a shove. I know you're a fan of his, just like me.
I love all the Cub guys. I really enjoyed getting to know the Xfinity guys and being in their chat and talking with them. But dude, I freaking love J-Pa. He's one of my favorite people. His little group. I actually started racing with NAO. At first, I didn't know how it was going to be. Man, they've really been warm to me and been good to me, and I appreciate it. I mean, I just love J-Pa to death. He's one of my favorite people to race with.
Yeah, I got to run with J-Pa Cole and Chain Graboid. 24 Coe, he just took a shot to the inside. That sent the 28 of Boehner all the way around, kind of like what happened to Matt in the trucks the other night. But because he's off the track, it doesn't look like the caution's going to come out. We're going to stay green.
Boy, man. Second or third back here to 13th, or not Master Killer, excuse me, Bill's Legend.
And Stout Country Girl wants to know if you caught Sunday's race.
What's up?
Country Girl wants to know if you caught Sunday's race. I'm not sure if she's talking about the actual NASCAR race from Las Vegas or the truck race.
Yeah, the truck race I didn't get to watch. I don't know if you heard me, Country, but Sunday nights I'm usually really busy trying to get ready for school the next day and planning out what I'm doing because I'm a procrastinator. I like to wait to the last minute. I operate better when I wait to the last minute. But yeah, if you were talking about the Cup race, I did watch the Cup race. I've actually watched the majority of the first 2 Cup races so far versus the way I've been the last 6 years. But the changes to the cars piqued my interest, and I decided, hey, I'm going to give it a chance again. It wasn't a snooze fest. Vegas was really fun. I was very disappointed that Blaney didn't win. I was very disappointed that Chase, got damaged or cut his tire or whatever. I really felt like those 2 were the 3 best cars, and then Bowman, I think he held out and showed his hand at the end. He quite possibly could have won the race. So we definitely got a great finish, but that's racing sometimes. That's just how it is. I've lost lots of races because a stupid caution came out at the end. So, think about Bristol. The caution didn't come out, I probably wouldn't have won that race because I'm pretty sure JC would have won.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Jason would have absolutely won that as well. But it was great to see Carroll go to victory lane again as well.
Absolutely.
Looks like 28 of Boehner decided to go down pit road early after that spin to get whatever damage he got fixed up. So Boehner's coming back out on track right now. We're back. I'm sorry, going down the backstretch, I should say. And then Country Girl also, she says the NNR race as well. She says her one she pulls for every week. Cowboy actually finished in third place, first time ever to get to post-race interviews. And you want to talk about another man that was extremely excited. I tell you, I think Cowboy had a hoedown that night.
Heck yeah, dude. Finishing, I tell anybody, finishing on the podium in NNR is amazing. It's almost like F1, like being the second car for Red Bull, and you sneak into the podium and finish third, and you're over there just freaking partying with your crew, and you're giddy and you're excited. You can't beat it because it's difficult, man. I don't care what anybody says. People are like, oh, presets. Man, come race presets and see what it's all about and race with these guys, because you're not going to find a better group of people in tougher competition.
I agree with you 100%. And all right, Country Girl. Yep, I turned it up just a little bit, and that should be a little bit better. I tell you what, Stout, I just caught up with this 97 of Fliss Dig. He started mid-pack. I know that we had that one caution, but I'm actually watching him passing cars on the outside. I just watched him get by the 11 of Parzival on the inside. Now he's behind the 98 of Bolin, giving him a shove on the outside going down the backstretch. I think this old 97's really got it under the hood tonight. I think we're going to be talking to him at the end of the race, depending on how things turn out, where cautions may or may not fall. But he's working on P4 right now, again around the outside of Coe. So that 97's he's got a fast piece tonight.
And the cool thing, I've seen him running on the low side, the high side, doesn't matter. So that says a lot about his setup then. Whatever he's got under the car, it can do whatever he wants, run low, high, and be comfy. So that's definitely important here.
Yeah. He's literally passing everywhere that he can put the car everywhere that he wants to. I backed up to the 27 in Natty Dread with the 69 of Rowdy Burns to his outside, and right now I'm watching Fliss Dig on the outside, really running that wall, keeping the car wound up with as much speed as he was able to get, coming off the corners in 3 and 4. He's still keeping it right in that middle line, and he's pace for pace with the guy that's running the bottom line. And we know in 1 and 2 the bottom line is absolutely the fastest way to go. So if he's pacing him out there, once he can get to that lead and get to his preferred line, I think he might be one that check out. We'll have to see how hard that is at any draft track. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that 97. I think you might have picked the winner there, bud.
I feel like the last 3 or 4 times I've the winner here, correct? So like Madden first.
We won't tell Fatless that unless he makes his way to.
He's gonna break the curse tonight, man. He's got it.
3 wide in front of Natty right here. He's got the 36. He had the 4 and he had the 97, all door to door, and they're still gonna stay that way. Coming through 3 and 4, the 97 up high.
Oh, someone's got the wall there.
Yeah, man. Let's change up these cameras here just a little bit. Whole lot of action going on. Look at this pack.
Look at Striker
in the middle.
Yeah, look at Striker, man. Striker just tried to drive up Coe, and there goes.
Yeah, kind of backstretch, but that car is off the track. A couple around, I think. Nope, we're gonna stay green. Yep, we're staying green. I'm on the 39 of Master Killer, running P4 right now, giving a big push to that 29. And yep, they're coming off 3 and 4, still wide open. Kudrill's checking in, saying there's 3 laps to go in stage 1, and it looks like let's go ahead and try to work our way up to the front. I'm starting to see those guys getting really loose right where I said that.
Oh,
one down.
no.
And that's going to clog up the field. The one got
Yes,
loose, went down into
Mountain, Parsons, Coe. Here comes there's Fatless.
yeah, that's gonna bring the caution out.
A bunch of good cars right there, but
yeah, that tore a bunch of them up. I was on. I'm not quite sure who that was. I think it was the 36, and he had nowhere to go, and the one was just around and trying to get out of the way the best he could. I'm not sure if he was on the brakes or on the gas with it in reverse, but he had no traction, still sliding, and collected half to him. So we're going to have either a 1 or 2 lap shootout to take us into stage 2, or that's going to be the end of the stage right there. So I'll actually go ahead and pull up the stream from Boehner right now, and we'll get a lap count as it comes across the start finish line. And it looks like we are gonna have 28 laps remaining. So yeah, this is the start of stage 2. So let's work our way up front a little bit, kind of watch this battle as it goes on. Right now it's the 23 and J-Pa up front with the 29 right behind him, and then the 9 of Q-Dog. So J-Pa's got two members of his army. To go ahead and the J-Pa army to go ahead and work with the 24 of Coe behind those 3, and then you got I think that's the 98 of FNL Bowling, and then the 46 of Shadowlack. That's your top 6 right now.
Looking at Q-Dog's car makes me want to have coolers.
Right? I was actually thinking that. I don't know if I don't know if he did that on purpose or what. He didn't say anything on Twitter about it or anything like so. It could very well be. It could be by mistake too. There have been hundreds of paint schemes through the years.
Absolutely. There's girls man. Looks like he's 3, 4, 5. He's in 7th place there behind Shadowlack. And then right behind him in Dooman's, we got some grass down there.
Yeah, that's the 21 of Sledgehammer. I'll tell you what, Sledgehammer is very, very lucky we're not back on Heat 3 or any of the earlier games. Stout, I don't know if you remember, but at Michigan, they used to have those bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had those bushes, and if you went through them, it was like hitting a wall. It would just total your car. So Sledgehammer, very lucky where we're at right now. I'm going to continue to work my way through just a little bit. 98 of Bowling sitting P4. And let's see. Actually, let's get up to this 23 in J-Pa and kind of keep an eye on this guy running his 23 fire alarm. I think it's Chevy, if I'm not. Yep. Old Chevy ZL1 Camaro. 29 is going to try to take a look to the inside. Q-Dog is going to kind of stay put. Not quite sure who to go with. Both are his friends. So it looks like he's going to stay with the boss man. The 23 of J-Pa up front. No, that's actually the 24. That's going to stay with J-Pa. A couple of Cup regulars know how they race around each other.
There you go. No, excuse me, that Q is dipping down there behind Bill's Legend, but it looks like Coe's going to get the lead here as we go into.
Yeah, Coe's got a huge push from the 98 of FNL Bowling. So good to see Bowling up front. I don't believe Bowling is actually going for any kind of a title here in Xfinity, but I could be wrong. But I think he's mainly just going for the truck championship, trying to steal that away from Watt Racing this year. But again, I could be wrong. As HD says, just winging it. 3 wide between the 98, 23, and the 29. I don't know if it'll work. They're a little swiggly. But going into 3, 98 down low, hit the apron just a little bit. That's going to make him wash up into the 23. We're going to take it 5 wide. Woohoo! Going down the front stretch. Oh, Shadowlack lost it.
Got it going.
Yep,
Someone
he
mowed
was
the
able
grass
to.
and just pulled back up on track and kept it going. Who is that? That's the silver and blue
46.
car there.
Yep.
Who's in the 66?
66?
Is it 46?
Oh, that's Mike Honcho. It's a new guy.
Yeah, Honcho, dude.
Yep. That's a pretty nice looking paint scheme too. Let's keep going through. Man, I tell you what, when this race is over and I'm getting ready to upload it to the YouTube channel, man, there's going to be all kinds of highlights that I'm going to be able to take from this. Maverick, what's happening, man? Good to see you. Right now, let's see, Jay Blair. I think the last I checked, it was. Let's see. Let's get up to our leaders here. Let's go ahead and answer that question together. They've been changing that up a little bit back and forth. So right now it looks like the 24 of Coey, our community leader, Cup Series owner, is running P1 with the one of Asville right behind. We're gonna drive up to that high line, get a run into 1 and 2. Gonna look to the inside of Coey just a little bit. That forced the 24 to go up high. One's gonna be able to duck down with a big push from Bowling, and just like that, it brought everybody back together again.
Yeah, we've got basically 11 guys behind Fatless, and then you got the 22 car Soroka leading that. I guess it's about the same size of group, trying to close in on that first pack. So actually looks like the second group there, Pete, has kind of got in line, and so they're trying to say, hey, we're racing each other, let's go and race these guys. So I guess we'll see here in the next 4 or 5 laps if they can make that happen.
Yeah, but just that 1 second where the one of Asville got underneath the 24 Coey, that little bit of a gap that they had, it diminished. It was just gone. It looks like Dan the Lawman's checking in. What's up, Dan? Saying, hey, what's up, Stout Whiskey?
What's up, Dan? Dan, you set up for Thursday or what, man?
Let's see. Country saying about 20 laps to go. She put that in there just a little bit.
And since Dan joined, I love talking about J-Pod. I love Dan. I'm glad Dan's with us. He was able to race 1 or 2 races with us last year, but he's been able to himself, and he actually just came over to my team, and man, he had a hell of a Charlotte, did.
Yeah, he did.
I'm sure he was, because Cup races, man, it's hard, dude. You've got 15 to 18 guys that need certain things to go their way. So.
Yeah, it's got your mic's dropping in and out there just a little bit, but yeah, you're right. Dan the Lawman had a great car during the All-Star qualifier. He actually, if I'm not mistaken, he raced way in. He had a very, very, we'll just say it, stout car, and he's Dan's one that's in contention every week. So anytime you come across that 35, you know exactly who it is. HD loves calling his name out. Dan the Lawn Man. Dan the Lawn Man. Yep, absolutely. So Dan, man, definitely appreciate checking us out. Speaking of checking us out, guys, if this is your first time checking out NNR, please by all means go on up and smash that follow button, hit the subscribe, hit notifications so you know every time NNR goes live, whether it's on Sunday night the trucks, right around 9 o'clock Eastern, Tuesdays here with Xfinity, and we're Thursdays where the one and only HD Motorsports and I call the Cup guys. That's where we'll be this Thursday, day after tomorrow. It's gonna be a great race. We should have about 20 to 25 Cup cars on track, if not a little bit more. 28 and a 2 made the tack. That forced pit to 46 of Shadowlack. That's going to give him a black flag. Tough luck on that 46.
There's someone spinning through the grass there. Yeah, I was actually got it's Aswell in first, Bowling's in second. You got J-Paw there in third. Rowdy is in fourth place. Actually, excuse me, Rowdy's going for the lead here on the.
Yes, he is. Talked about Rowdy having a little bit of momentum after his truck win the other night. Well, here he just passed three cars. He sent it. That's what the whole theme of last year's Pro League was. Just send it, and he did just that. He went from 5th to 2nd in one corner, taking everybody on the low side. He's going to keep looking for more. Wow, that was a big move by the 69. He was able to keep that truck down on the line, didn't wash up into anybody, no contact. He did it cleanly. That's what HD would call a power move.
HD kills me.
I love calling those races with him. He's forever entertaining, keeps the action going. He's just as upbeat as I am about this, just as passionate. Loves calling these NNR races. Proud to be part of the community, and I'm extremely grateful that he took me under his wing starting at Michigan, actually right here this time last year, and he's taught me so much about broadcasting and a whole lot of things. So HD, if you're out there, if you catch this later, man, again, a big thank you to you. Actually, you know what, while we're talking about HD, I don't know if all y'all caught the news or not, but HD will actually not be leaving us in the beginning of April. HD is going to be with us through September, so he will actually be able to finish up the season with us. He's not going anywhere. Business has been set to the side for now. Company says no, need you to go just yet. So HD, I'm glad that we'll be able to continue the rest of the season together. Keep going through the field here. I'm going to actually check in with Boehner or check in with Matt and get us a lap count. Let's see. I'll actually go ahead and pull up the
Comes the leaders here. Oh,
yep. Rowdy's
spawning out, getting on pit road.
And it looks like as Matt comes across the line, we've got 11 to go. So these guys that are pitting right now, they can get in. Take their 4 freshies, maybe even just 1 can of gas, and bring it out on track and really race hard. They ain't got to worry about their tires going away in 10 laps. So we'll have to see what kind of time they can make up.
And I'll say this: NASCAR heats, spin out, get on pit road. It's one of two things. A lot of people say, well, it's because they're running extremely high. So that's a possibility that, hey, Michigan and brakes. But also, if you're out of gas, it is so gingerly for getting on the pit road. You have to be so careful because if you barely touch your brakes, it wants.
Yeah, you're right. But one thing I am glad about, though, Stout, is this year, Heat 4 compared to Heat 3, the apron's nowhere near as slick. You can actually, for the most part, really get it down there and keep digging as much as you feel your car is capable of. Where last year, if you tried that, you were looping it around. There really wasn't a whole lot of saving it. But these guys here, I mentioned that I started broadcasting with HD right around Michigan last year after NNR had to kind of rebrand, and for the most part, y'all still did it every week. Come off track off at 3, hustled that car all the way around through 4, and got on the pit road, and you were still able to woe it up. That's the kind of talent that's here in NNR. Let's see. It looks like green flag pit stops are still going through, still happening. I've been checking in with the 97 Fatless Dig here, kind of wondering where he is in this mix. Looks like he's running all by himself right now, but I don't know if he's already pit, maybe just took 2, or what the case may be. We'll have to see how this all sorts out. And by the way, during the stage break, we're going to see a brand new commercial that was put together by the one and only NNR Mountain. If you ever wanted to know, or if you were confused on how to actually work your way through Twitch to following someone or subscribing someone or smashing the notification button, NNR NNR Mountain put together a nice little clip that we'll get to show you, and we'll do that right when this stage ends. Speaking of the stage ending, I know that we're under 10 to go. Looks like Cowboy is. I think he just signaled that he's going to be going down pit road. So let's check in with Boehner. He's running in P. Boehner's having a bit of a rough night. He's 1 lap down back in 27th. I don't know if that's just due to pitting or what, but we'll have to.
He got in a wreck.
Yeah, I saw the.
I saw it. Yeah.
I saw the 21 in Cadillac. It looks like he missed pit road or something happened there. But it looks like Boehner's coming to the start-finish line right now, and they've got 8 laps to go. Stout.
Sometimes when bad things happen, they kind of just like stockpile each other. That's just how it goes. Maybe that's what happened with Cadillac, because I know Cadillac got force pitted not too long ago, correct?
Yeah, Cadillac.
And then you said he was one?
Yep, he sure did.
And then you said he was trying to go to pit. Well, he might be having to pit just because he got out of sequence there when he got force pitted. I was a prime example of that last week at Charlotte. And as far as having multiple things happen in one race, just to foil any chances you had of winning. I'm very disappointed not going back to Charlotte, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm happy as hell for Finesse. Finesse has been running with us. It's always great to see someone new win, man. It's a great feeling. So.
There's a special shout out here in chat. You know what? I couldn't agree more. Carl Elizabeth, I'm gonna guess, judging by what you said here, shout out to NNR Mountain. Happy 1 year, babe. Mountain, that's it. I'm calling you babe. Carl Elizabeth, thank you very much for loaning him to us a couple nights a week. We absolutely appreciate it. He's a very valued member of NNR. Very, very lucky to have him. We'll show you fruit of his labor here in just a little bit. But yeah, thank you very much for loaning him to us a couple nights a week.
And it's Elizabeth?
Yep, Carl Elizabeth.
Yeah, well, she's in. Excuse me. We're gonna have the pleasure of getting to meet her in Martinsville, man. I was talking to Mountain about it. We were actually talking a little bit earlier about dirt tracks and just race tracks in general. And I'm a huge dirt racing fan. But him and his girl are gonna come to Martinsville, so she's gonna get to see all the studly men of NNR.
And look, here come waiting for the second part of that line. She'll get to see the best looking one of them all, right?
I'll be walking around. Woo!
I was waiting for it.
No, that was only when it was all us guys. I mean, you guys, man, they're planting me, but that group from last year, there's no question. I'd be number one.
Yeah, I actually just caught up with the. I just caught up with the 61 at Mountain. Kind of running by himself right now. Looks like he's definitely got some damage to the hood of that 61 Toyota. I'm sure he's one that can't wait for the stage break to end, where he can get in and fix up a little bit of that damage, and get 4 new tires, 4 new Eagle Feel Goods, and get back out on track. And again, he's trying for a top 10 here. He got a top 10 the other night in trucks, and I'm sure he wants to follow that up. Let's see here.
I was trying to figure out who. Can you figure that on any of the choices you're looking at?
Not just yet. I was just looking at Boehner. Now I'm switching over to Matt's. Matt is running P11 right now, but he doesn't have the menu showing me, who he's running around or
10th,
whatever.
yeah, 12th.
Yeah. All I can see is Jay Quinn right now is running in P10. Matt's 11th. So I'm not 100% sure, but I can tell you that we've got 2 laps to go as Boehner just came across the line. But he's in 27th of 28th. So Boehner is definitely not having the night that he wanted. But hey, it's still early. We got the whole third
Looks like that's the
stage to
end
go.
there.
Yep,
Or there was a
that the
caution.
end of the stage. All right, so guys, I'm going to go ahead and load up this brand new commercial that the one and only Mountain went ahead and put together. If you ever wanted to know how to follow, subscribe, or hit those notifications for NNR, here you go.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
There you go, ladies and gents. Thanks again to the one and only NNR Mountain for putting that together for us. It's been a lot of fun. Really interesting to see what he's been able to put together for NNR. He said he absolutely loves it. You know what? We love it too, man. Absolutely appreciate you. Looks like something happened with the leader right there, and that allowed Bill's Legend to in this 29 to work underneath the 97 of Fatless Dig, and he's going to go ahead and pull up behind P2. Here's that 97 on the march again with the high line rolling. You've got the 23 and J-Pop moving up to P3, putting the 29 to P4. Stout, I think we're going to start getting rowdy here.
Oh yeah, dude. I think we're gonna be in a tree here as long as it stays green, and then of course it'll separate some people. Or excuse me, if it stays green, and we have these 6 stops, it'll spread. But if we have some caution to keep these guys piled in, I think it's anybody's race. It's gonna depend on, hey, do I get a 15-second pit stop when I go in here? Do I get a 16.1? You're kind of at mercy of RNG's pit road. That's what I like to call it. So.
Yeah, there was somebody really upset with their truck pit stops on Sunday night, saying that all they got were like 16 seconds something. So yeah, you are at the mercy of the RNG when it comes to your pit stops. Sometimes people get those beautiful 14.2 seconds, and here you are 16. So even if you came in ahead of them, you're behind them on the way out. There's nothing you can do about it.
I forget which NASCAR game it was, Pete, but you and I are old enough to remember. But remember they had 1 or 2 there where they were interactive, where you press the buttons, and it could either speed up your pit stop or it could slow it down. I wish we had something like that, man. Just because it just stinks. That's another thing that stinks, man. Because it just sucks.
Yeah. I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, that was like Heat Evolution, or like the very first Technics game that came out, where you were able to use the D-pad to change some things up. So, yep, you're right. Well, ladies and gents, there's your chance to go ahead and if Stout wasn't able to answer your questions because he couldn't see you, well, there he is. Now he's right there in chat with you, saying, "Yo, what's up, chat room? If any questions about NNR or the drivers or cars, what it takes to race in NNR, he is the Cup Series admin. I'm sure he'll be glad to answer any questions you have. So shout him out. But as always, we're gonna keep this going. Big pack now, Stout. Big pack. Watching the 69
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to duck
man.
inside the 46.
I mean, they're like they're within like what 3 car lengths of each other, like 1 through 25th here, 26th.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like we're at Daytona or Talladega. That's how draft reliant these cars are, and you're starting to see a little bit of who's put the time in this week to get their car set up, who's able to get enough people in practice to work, set their car up for the draft, the higher speeds than what you get at just single car runs. So yeah, you're starting to see the people that really set their time aside.
Absolutely. That's another thing, Pete. I'm looking forward to this week being over with so I can actually focus back on NNR like I should. I mean, I've been focused on it, but doing this Pro League qualifier stuff, which has been fun and awesome in itself. I'm actually looking to the league race portion, especially if we make it into the qualifiers, or into the showcase, which I really think I have a really good chance to. I'll be extremely excited, but if I don't, I'll be fine too, man, because I know I got some good and represent our end. That's the main thing, at least to me.
And you know what? That's there are a lot of NNR drivers that are trying out for the Pro League. You're one, Boehner's another one, Stafe, CGMX Rose, Amore Smoke,
Rowdy.
We
got Carol's Ransom.
Yep, Carol. There's quite a few. I think what I'm gonna do for y'all that are really working hard at getting into the Pro League now. I think we've got the preliminary races and all that up next. I'm gonna work up a graphic, and I'm gonna put it right over the left side of the screen that normally shows you which driver I'm on. That way, everybody knows who in NNR is trying out for the Pro League. And, show your support, because of course you know that everybody in NNR is behind you 100%. So you definitely deserve it. It's not easy to build those setups, not easy to maintain them. You're constantly trying to find that extra tenth or extra couple of hundredths sometimes the way that these rooms work out. I think the last graphic I saw that had you in it for the Daytona rooms that are coming to a close here soon, you were like in 11th or 12th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was in 11th or 12th. Hopefully tonight, well, I probably won't get to tonight. I'm going to have to get off. I'm actually probably going to have to get off early and not finish with it. And there's 2 cars there wrecking. It looks like one was my boy, Fatless Dig. Who else?
Yeah, the other, I'm not sure if that was 26 or who that was. But yeah.
Quinn. It's like Jay Quinn's back there.
Yep, there you go. Brom, if you're still in the chat, kind of watching the race along with us, man, I want to thank you. You actually were just the 175th person to follow this NNR channel. So, man, definitely want to give you a bit of a special shout out, a special thank you, sir. Definitely appreciate you. And welcome to NNR. Keep going through here. Lockhart is saying, "Let's go, Boehner." So yeah, let's go ahead and find Boehner here on the track. See where he's sitting. He finished next to last in the last stage, but it wasn't by his own doing. I think he actually got tangled up in that wreck that happened on the backstretch. But let's go ahead and find him, see where he's set, and see what his car is looking like after that wreck. There he is. There's the 28. It actually looks like he got a lot of any damage that he had fixed up right now. And I've actually also got the stream of Boehner up and running, so I can go ahead and tell you exactly where he's at on the track. So yeah, he went from second to last right now to inside the top 10, and he's about to put up a little bit of a battle here for 8th place, as you see him right behind the 29.
Right beside Parzival there.
Underneath Parzival, yep.
Yeah, like you said, he's got par there. He just cleared Parzival, and he's got Bills. Well, shoot,
He's going to
he's
clear
passing
Boehner.
Bills. He's got J
Yep.
Pod in front of him. Oh, look at Bills diving in there. I like it.
Yeah. Side by side, 28 and 29 with the 21 of Sledgehammer right in front of him. The 24 of Coey right behind. Coey's got a great view of all this right now. Great job by Boehner. He's about to take 8th place here from the 23 of J-Pop. So yeah, pulling on that draft from the 29 of Bill's Legend. Bill's looks like he might have got a little loose right there. A little bit of a lag shot there from Bill's, but not too bad. There wasn't any damage. Looks like Boehner's going to give a little bit of a shot to the 30. What is that? 39 car. There we go. Master Killer. Master Killer rocking those new colors. Nice looking paint scheme. The high gloss under the sun looks pretty good there, Stout.
Absolutely. I get a kick too. You got some master, like you got some Bob Ross dudes out here, man, painting cars. Like they're sweet, man. Every week there's at least 3 or 4 cars you're like, man, that's sweet looking. So
yeah, they really are. There's a lot of talent. Lot of talent. Tack Redliner says Sully's coming on strong. Yeah, Sully's actually someone that we haven't talked much about. I don't think I've actually landed on his car once here. Let me go ahead and try to find him. Sully gained a lot of attention, a lot of respect from a lot of the Cup guys in the All-Star race, and the All-Star qualifier, and then again also in the All-Star race. Him and More Smoke raced door to door, and I think Tack in the last time we spoke, or the last time I saw you in chat rather, you mentioned that you ran a lot of practice laps with Sully, and judging by his finish, it looks like you were pretty instrumental. There's Sully. I just passed him. Let's see if I can't get back to him. There we go. Sully rocking that 5 car. Right behind the 27 and Natty Dread. Natty Dread, Cup regular down, trying to get some extra seat time.
who's that in the wall there? Is that Rowdy?
I saw somebody go into the wall and was heading to the apron going down the backstretch.
If this, it's like Asbel's leading.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw. I was actually just about to work up towards it right now.
Natty's second, like you said, and then that would Sully in third, Sledge fourth. You got Coey in fifth, and then Jay Pons. So you got 2 groups of 3 cars out in front.
Working my way up there with you. All right, so like you said, there's Sully. There's Asbel. All right, so we got Asbel. You got the 27 of Natty Dread. Tell you what, great race for Natty. Running P2 right now. Really keeping up with this one car. Sully's not really close enough to give Natty any kind of a push from the back. So this is all on draft and a whole lot of having a great car for Natty. We'll have to see if any of this pours over into Thursday night, and if it does, I might actually go ahead and grab Natty as my dark horse Thursday night once me and HD get down to it.
Well,
looks like green flag pit stops are underway.
Yeah, we got green flag pit stops, but Natty actually sent Natty my setup, my Cup setup before the race, and told me probably need to run a higher preset. I wonder if he's running what I got, man. Makes me feel good. But he probably.
Yeah, if he's testing it out for you, it looks like you're going to have a hell of a piece too on Thursday night. So Maybe, you know what? I might just have to go with the 2-car stout whiskey on Thursday night with the 4-car of Natty as my dark horse. Maybe y'all finish 1-2. Who knows?
Oh
Whole
man,
lot of cars coming down pit road right now.
Yeah, it'd be sweet, especially after the last.
I think half the field just tried to pit at one time.
I see that, man. Got Coey and Boehner, SWAT, Natty's still there. You got Bowl. Holy crap. Bunch of cars on pit road.
Yeah, it looks like it's like the start of a race before they're about ready to give the green flag. This is going to be an interesting mess coming off of pit road. Who's gonna let the game go? Who's gonna stop? Who's gonna get hooked? Who's gonna get pit maneuvered? Doesn't look like a whole lot happened, but man, coming off of pit road, going through 1 and 2, hugging that apron, trying to stay off and getting to 4th gear just about the time you blend in. That was a pretty good job by everybody.
I'm impressed, dude. I don't know how many cars exactly, but that was everybody be able to get slow brake differently and get up. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Daytona, Talladega, when you're coming off 3 and 4, some people are like, okay, well, you stay high and I'll go low. That way, when we're at our different braking points, we don't hit each other. There is none of that here in Michigan. You're coming off 4, you're getting trying to get woed up to pit road speed, and I think I saw one car around, and it looked like he was by himself. The rest of everybody else were pretty much really, really clean. So great job by all. Keep working our way through. Here's the 23 of J-Pop, right behind the 5 of Sully. So more than likely, Jape's going to be up towards the front. There's also the 11 of Parzival, right behind the 23. All right, so I've caught up with the 27 of Natty Dread rocking his Hooters paint scheme. Not quite sure where he is on track. I'll actually go ahead and see if either NNR Mountain or Boehner have their information up. Knight's checking into chat saying Scotty Bell running strong tonight. He's got a wheel now. Yeah, Scotty Bell was talking about this new wheel and setup that he's got on Twitter and whatnot. So more and more people investing in better equipment to be able to run these NNR races stronger than ever. So great job to old Scotty Bell. Good to see him running strong. Well, you know what? Let's actually try to catch up with that 20, if I'm not mistaken.
He was right here. Then he passed him.
There he is. Yeah, he's running under the old Belliard gamer tag tonight.
Did he switch that back?
What's that?
Did that used to be his old gamer tag?
Yep, old Belliard and the one that everybody knows, Sammy song. He's got a couple of them.
I remember old Sammy. I mean, him and I go back.
I'm sorry, you cut out. You go back what?
Sammy and I, we go back. Used to race together in NASCAR.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're cutting out there.
Cutting out again. Gotcha.
After you said the first bit, it kind of cut out again, but that's all right. But yeah, Knights. Yeah, Sammy's he's hanging in there right with this draft. Looks like he's pretty good off the corner, even though he's got a little bit of nose damage. But I'm guessing the draft is what's helping that. But he's definitely going to need to try to stay in this draft so he doesn't lose it, because otherwise that damage he's got, that car's going to start plowing. Here's the 74 Badley. Badley's back after dealing with a broken arm after an engine block actually fell on his arm. So welcome back, Badley. First race back.
Has he got the cast off?
Yeah, I think he's got that cast off, and he said the arm was still bugging him a little bit, but yeah, he's back and able to compete again.
Good.
Here's the 81 Xfinity. Really haven't talked a whole lot about him. He's kind of running all by himself right now. Car looks clean. Not sure if he's trying something special or what. Maverick, the leader, was the one car of Aswell before the pits, the green flag pit cycle started. Trying to go between Boehner's stream and Cowboy Matt's stream to get us an idea of who's in the lead. But no, actually, it looks like the one car of Aswell just took the lead back. There he is with a fight from the inside from the 5 car of Sully. Here is your main pack. There might be a guy, maybe a lap down car mixed in here, but right now it's the 1, the 5, the 21 of Sledgehammer, the 23 of J-Pa, with the 11, I believe, of Sully. So 1 to the lead. 23, 24, 21 are going to be 3 wide. And the 11 of Parzival kind of right there with this pack. So put that 1 car back up front. Clean air.
Well, it's crazy. Remember 2 groups of 3 cars? Now it's just 1 group of 6 cars.
Yep.
So they were able to, that second group of, I think it was Sledgehammer, Coey, and J-Pa, man, they were able to catch that front 3. So how many laps we got left?
It's a good question. Let's take a look. It looks like Matt is coming through 3 and 4 right now. As soon as he comes across the start-finish line, I'll get us a lap count. It's a good question. Looks like 33 to go. .33 and the top 6 are all nose to tail. I guess they had enough of that side-by-side. They figured, you know what, let's just get away. Who knows what's going to happen. They're going to have to make at least 1 more green flag pit stop. Now let's actually get on the hood of this 1 car as he's going into 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a little bit of a crank it up session, especially as we come off 2. No, they're going to be hammered down. Crank it up. Boy, those motors in Heat 4 sound so much better than they did in Heat 3. Man, it's they sound amazing. Whipping by the camera on the wall or sitting on the hood. We were with the 1 car of Aswell, then I switched back to the 24 of Coey. And that's actually who I'm still on, as he's trying to look to the inside of the 5 of Sully with a little bit of a push from the 23 of J-Pa. Sully's got a little bit of help. Whoa! Coey went up track there just a little bit. Was able to keep it off the 21 of Sledgehammer, though. The guy that's got to be loving all this, just keeping up with the pack, saying, you know what, you guys go ahead and burn your stuff out. I'll sit back here. I'll save some gas. That's the 11 of Parzival. There's Bills legend, and 29 on the inside of Sammy. He's got a little bit of help there from the 2-car of Dooman. And it looks like Sammy's got some help. I believe that was the 61 of NNR Mountain. Yo, Stout, we were talking the other day about the stuff that NNR's got available on the site, the hoodie that I've got, the T-shirt that I got, the playing cards. And I know there's a lot of guys in the community that play golf, like JCX12 and a bunch of others. I went and visited the NNR store the other day. It was like 20, I think it was like 40% off apparel and then 25% off of other stuff. There's a whole lot of stuff in there. And if you go to nnrleague.com and you take a look at everything under the Zazzle tab, basically just scroll down, there's all kinds of stuff that you can pick up. And I tell you what, while we're in between green flag pit stops, I'm gonna show y'all a new ad that NNR Mountain has thrown together for us. Again, big thank you to Mountain for this. Let's go ahead and check this out.
I have a T.
Not, it didn't work. Okay,
I have a well. Why are you getting that going? I have a T-shirt, man. It's a well-made T-shirt. Like I said, I represent our league, and I want to get people to ask me questions about it. I don't know if they've ever tuned in to what we're doing, but still fun regardless.
Oh yeah, I've got a T-shirt. When my in-laws were in town not too long ago, 29 of Bills, really loose. Coming off 4, it looks like we're getting to that point where they're going to be screaming for new tires here pretty soon. That's the difference between somebody that's on a higher preset, more likely on a higher preset, and somebody that's on a lower preset and goes to loosen it up from there. But yeah, that 29 is going to bring it down pit road right now and grab 4 brand new Goodyear Eagles and a tank of gas. Let's go ahead and try that again. Nope, it doesn't look like it's going to work for me. Something must be going on. No big deal, though. Let's try this.
I'm still here. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Nope. Okay. I'll have to get that fixed. But,
Pete.
Yo.
I'm going to have to get off here, brother.
All right, man. You do what you got to do, but I'll catch you Thursday. If I don't catch you then, I'll good luck during the race.
Absolutely, and thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll be here next Tuesday, man.
All right, man. Take it easy. Have a good night.
All right, later, bro.
Later. All right, so yeah, under green flag pit stops, you saw the 29 of Bills legend get really loose. Decided to go ahead and pull down pit road. You see him back on track. Let's keep going through the field here. More and more heading down. A little bit of contact there. Not too bad though. They were able to keep it clean, keep it green. Nobody got sent around, so they're gonna keep it on the up and up. USA Greatness. I love the gamer tag. Yeah, this is a community race for NNR. We're basically we are the best preset league on the Xbox One through 704 games NASCAR Heat 4. It is a lot of fun. If this is your first time here, please head on up, man. Go ahead and smash that follow button, subscribe if you care to. Make sure you hit the notifications. Sunday nights right around 9 o'clock Eastern, we go live with our truck series. Tuesday nights, also right around 9 o'clock, we go live with our Xfinity series. That's the guys you see right now. And then on Thursday nights, if you're familiar with the one and only HD Motorsports, either from the Pro League last year or from all the YouTube videos for setup help or other races, he'll be in the booth with me for that race. So yeah, it'd be great to have you along, sir. As always, like I said, I definitely appreciate it. USA Greatness, thank you very much for the follow. And again, I love the gamer tag, man. Here's 97 of Fatless Dig. He was definitely a guy that was very favored coming into tonight's race. He was, during a practice in pre-race, he was saying that he was going to be the guy to watch. He ran into a little bit of issue earlier. He got spun out coming down the backstretch. Him and one other person got together, but doesn't look like he got a whole lot of damage out of it. Let's go ahead and get back up towards our leaders. I'm sure with that green flag pit stop, they would have got spread out there just a little bit. The one of Asbel was your leader. Let's see if he can actually catch up to the one here. See where he ended up, and then I'll check in with the streams of NNR Mountain and Boehner. See if they can give me a heads up as to who's where. But right now, yeah, here's the guy that was your leader prior to the start of green flag pit stops, Asbel. Let's go ahead and check in here on Mountain. I'm sorry, on Cowboy rather. Looks like Cowboy's going through 1 and 2. He's in P14, and yeah, the car that you're seeing on your left-hand side, the one of Asbel, he is actually still your leader. Looks like he had a pretty great pit stop. Now Asbel won the truck race at Charlotte last week, so he's going to try to win 2 races here within the last 3. And if he's going to be able to do that, if he can pick up on that momentum as we get going. Let's see. We get going towards the postseason. He'll have a whole lot of momentum. He'll have a few extra points in the bag when all the chase starts and the points reset. USA Greatness, yes, yeah. The trucks would be the place to start. Now, because we're far enough, we're past the halfway point in the regular season. You're absolutely welcome to go to nnrleague.com. The website's on the bottom left there, right above the scroll for the points. nnrleague.com. You'll see a tab there that says join or if interested or something like that. Just leave your information behind. Either Coey, NNR Smitty, or NNR Carroll will reach back out to you. They'll get you set up, go over a couple things, make sure that you're able to use Discord and talk about the rules, ask you to read them over and all that. But man, yeah, we're at Michigan. The trucks already ran at Michigan. They ran on Sunday night. I believe everybody goes to Iowa next week, so it's going to be a great race there. I think it's pretty flat 1 mile track. It's kind of a miniature. Well, I don't want to say miniature Loudon, because Loudon's also a 1 mile, but it's kind of a miniature Loudon. It's a nice track. That's a track where if you can get that high line rolling, you're usually going to have a pretty good night. We did a charity race for a guy not too long ago when he was trying to get up the funds to buy a wheelchair van, and we did the race there. I think we raised like $250 for the guy, if not a little bit more. And yeah, J-Pa, the driver of the 23 car tonight, it's driving for a little extra seat time. He's normally a cup driver. He had a hell of a car there that night. Let's kind of keep going through the field here. There's the 11 of Parsville. 1 car of Asbel's kind of checking out there a little bit. Here's the 23 of J-Pa, the guy I was talking about. And it looks like you got the 4 car of Striker running. I think he's running P4 right now. Unfortunately, with the tools in the game, I don't have a running order. I kind of have to rely on other people within the race that are streaming either on Twitch or on Mixer. So that's why I've got the stream of Boehner and NNR Cowboy to help me along there just a little bit. But these three together, they're starting to run that one car back down. We'll have to see if they're actually able to get there. Parzival has been up front all night long. I'll go ahead and get us a lap count so we know exactly where we're sitting. We got to be getting pretty close to another round of green flag pit stops. And just as I say that, I pull up the stream for Cowboy, and he is coming off of pit road. He's in P21 of 28, still showing one lap down, but I'm sure that is only because the leaders have not pit yet. So let me go ahead and pull up the stream for Boehner and see where he's sitting. He's coming across the start-finish line right now, and there are 13 laps remaining, and he is running in P6, so another solid run for Boehner right now. Let's keep working our way through the field with that 13 to go. We should see our leaders head down pit road here any minute. Shouldn't be too much longer. Go ahead and get back to my info here. There we go. You just saw the little bit of battle there between the 21 and the 28, right behind the 24, Coey. Again, Coey is the overall community owner. He runs NNR. NNR Smitty is the Xfinity Series admin, and NNR Carroll is the truck admin. They take care of those two series. On Sunday night, we had between 15 and 20 trucks on track. Tonight, we've got 28 cars on track. And the way that it's looking right now, the Cup cars, we should have another between 25 and 30 cars on track. So, USA Greatness, if you are interested, it's a great community to get into. Very, very competitive, very fast. Again, we are the best preset league on Xbox, and there is going to be some more information shared about a charity race that'll be run for Levine Family Racing. Michael Levine, the competition director for Levine Family Racing, will actually be in a chat with the one and only HD Motorsports and Zane the Bearded on Sunday night, I believe, at 9 o'clock Eastern. To talk about that race. You're going to see a great duel between Shake and Bake. Let me see. Yes, they are under teams. So if you're kind of new to this and you might need a little bit of help getting cars in the right direction, yeah, they are all on different teams. And even in the truck series, if they're not, I know Cup is. Even if in the truck series, if they're not, there are always people out there willing to help and give a hand. So yeah, you won't be left alone. Who knows? You might get in here and find somebody that you know. But back up front here, looks like the 11 of Parzival might have just become your leader with a big push from the 23 of J-Pod. That would move the 23 up to P2. Looks like he might have either got a little loose there, or he's signaling that he's going to be going down pit road this time. We'll have to keep an eye out here and see what happens. If he is pitting, it might not be the best time. It looks like there's absolutely a slower car up front that just woke these guys up. And nope, they are not pitting. I'm not sure if the 61 of Mountain got in their way or what happened right there, but 61 was definitely on the low line when the 11 of Parzival caught up to him, as we continue to see more and more guys exiting pit road. A little bit of battle here between the 23 and the 1. 23 is looking under the 1. Little bit of help from the 35. Great run. Again, Michigan, it's all about the draft. Who you can get a draft pull off of in front of you, who can give you a little bit of shot from behind, as you just saw the 35 give the 23 at J-Pa a big push. But right now, it looks like it is all it's Parzival's race to lose. But so right now you got the 11 of Parzival, 1 of Abzel, and then the other 23 of JPA, followed closely by the 35. I'll go ahead and get us a lap count. We've definitely got to be under 10 laps to go. And yep, we are sitting at 118 of 125. So 7 laps go here at Michigan for the NNR Xfinity Series, counting it down to either the 11, the 1, the 23, or the 35. Seeing those checkered flags first. It's going to be a great finish. I think these guys have pit. If not, are one of these guys going to be a sitting duck? Or are they going to start breaking loose if they were on a higher preset than the other guy? We'll have to definitely have to see how this works out. But right now, a little bit of a challenge by the 23 inside the 1. Thought better of it. Decided not to go in side by side at 3 and 4. One's going to be able to duck down. 23 right behind him. 35 up high. Still, you got the 11 of Parzival up front. Abzel in second. He's going to try to get that thing lowered up to about 45, 50 mile an hour. Go down pit road. Final pit stops for these guys. Now, with these pit stops for them, does that mean JPA and the 35 will be coming in right after them? Or at this point, does the 35 try to back it down? Or has he been backing it down, just trying to keep that car in the draft, saving as much gas as he can so he doesn't have to pit again? We'll have to see what the 23. Nope, here's the 23 coming out of pit road right now. So that must have been the 1 and the 23, not the 11 and the 1. So 23 definitely came out before the car that went in with him, so the other one must have got a black flag. This could be a big break for the 23 at JPA. Not sure if this is going to put him in the lead. Let's see if either Boehner Stream or another shows me who's got the lead here. Right now it's showing that the lead is still in the hands of the 1 car. 1 car went into the pits right after the 23 and the 11. Let's see, leader is just now going into 1 and 2. So the 23 was not the leader. The 1 car is not the leader. The leader is somebody going through 1 and 2. Unfortunately, it's a custom car, so I can't tell you. Otherwise, I'd love to. They've got 4 laps to go. Leader is just now going through 3 and 4, so it's going to be behind those guys right here. I wonder if it might be Cowboy. No, Cowboy is. Nope, I don't think it's Cowboy. Could it possibly be Jay Quims, even with all that damage? Either Jay Quims or somebody really, really close to him. Let me see if I can find out who that car is right behind him as try to go through really, really quick here. Whoever it is, it's right in front of Q-Dog, but behind Jay Quim. Let's see. I'm thinking that it might actually be this 5 car right here of Sully. And if, let's see. No, I don't think that's him either. God, tell you what, whoever the new community contributor is, we need the tool. We need to know who's where and what point. I mean, it's kind of a little bit of a fault of our own because of so many custom cars, but still, we need the tool with 2 to go as they come across the start-finish line. Still on the hood of the 46 is Shadowlack. Here's the 24 of Coey. Coey is pretty close to the leader. Whoever is in front of Coey, that is who your leader is, or it might actually be. Let's see. I think we're actually on board with the leader right now. If it's not Coey, it is somebody very, very close to him. I think that was actually your race for the lead right there. Coey and I think that was the 69 of Rowdy Burns in front of him, if I'm not mistaken. Coey is absolutely babying that thing, as you can hear as we're on the hood. He's trying to make it all the way around this lap. I think Coey tried to pull some kind of fuel strategy, and it may have worked out for him. We'll have to see. The car in front of him also just ran out of gas. Who's going to finish where? 5 of Sully and the 97 of Fatless Dig passed them both. I think it came down to either Bowling, Fatless Dig, the 97, the 97 of Fatless Dig, the 24 of Coey. We'll have to see. And it looks like it's going to be Sully, NNR Coey, and Absol, followed closely by the 23 of J-Pa. And then we've got Boehner, Bills Legend, Shadowlack, Dooman, Parzival, and Natty Dread. So congratulations, Sully. This is another great example, and welcome to NNR with this win, your first points-paying win. It's going to be great to talk to you again for post-race interviews. It's going to be great to talk to Coey again and Absol. Yeah, it's that was a great finish. You could definitely tell that those guys were trying to save all the fuel that they could. Great finish. Country, the last time I saw Matt, I think he was right around 8th or 9th place. He didn't fit in the top 10 right there though, or at least I don't believe I saw him. I read the full countdown there. USA Greatness, if you liked it tonight, it gets even better on Thursday night between me and HD Motorsports. We have a great time. We cut up a lot, continue to converse with the chat. We get everybody involved as much as we can. If you're on Twitter, please, by all means, go to @NoNameRacing. Follow NNR, follow Repeat 1975, which is me. I'll follow you back. You'll stay in tune. Make sure you hit that notifications button on our Twitch channel, and you'll never ever miss a lap. If you know anybody else that likes the same things as you, please invite them along. We'd love to have them. Again, smash that follow, hit the subscribe button if you can, support the stream and the community. We definitely try to do it up every week, and I didn't back out quick enough, so I'll get out of this Mid-Ohio course here in just a second. Tack Credliners checking in, say, yeah, baby. Sully was able to get in there. Alpha Wolf, you have a great night too. Thank you very much for sticking around. Great to see you again. Hopefully we'll see you on Thursday night when the Cup guys take their turn at Michigan. It's going to be a great race again. Let me go ahead and back out of that. Man, what a great race. Great race, a whole lot of action all the way around. But now we're going to work our way back to our booth here. We're going to check in with Absol, Coey, and Sully. I believe that's who our top 3 were. So bear with me 1 second. And yeah, I see all 3 are here and accounted for. Unfortunately, Stout Whiskey had to leave me. Something came up. So, Asbel, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Just wish I didn't, could have made it all the way. This is the second time in a row in the Xfinity Series due to fuel mileage again.
I was with you, and I saw the battle that you had going on with the 23 and the 11 of Parzival and a couple others. And I was curious if you were going to have to pit again. Unfortunately, you're not a streamer, so not quite sure where you were. But man, you looked strong all race long. Tell us about your car, how the track handled. Tell us about your race, man.
It was just everywhere. Like the start, I mean, it was racing pretty fine. Just with everybody being there. Like when that wreck happened at the end of stage 1, it was my fault. But the car on the inside, like didn't get loose all race right there in that first stage until that car was on my inside. It just sucked the ass in around and kind of wrecked a lot of people in the first stage. Second stage, I'm not sure where I finished, but it was a better stage for me. And then the third one, just wish I could have finished first. but I'll take third and have Sully have the win. That's nice. See Sully pass Cody right before the line.
Yeah, I was on the hood view of Coey as that all happened. I saw him really backing it down. I saw I think that was the 98 of Bowling right in front of him. Not 100% sure, but I saw Coey backing it down, really coasting through 3 and 4, and I was trying to figure out who the leader was. I knew that it was a custom car, and I saw where he was on track off of Boehner's Stream. But man, where'd you finish in the first 2 stages?
I have no idea where I finished in the stages. Like I said, I think stage 1 was 12th because of the wreck, and then the second stage I have no clue.
Well, for what it's
just
worth,
glad to bring it home P3. That's all. Just glad to bring it home P3 at least.
Yeah, you're 100% right, and you made you got the best possible points, or you did the best you could out of a kind of a poor situation. I will tell you that I was actually on the car that made contact with you first after you got loose and came back up on the track. I didn't see how you got hooked, but we did see the ramifications for it. But man, hey, you're not the first person to ever wreck an NNR or cause a big one, and you definitely won't be the last. But man, congrats on your P3 finish for tonight.
Thanks, man.
You got it, buddy. Any shout-outs, man?
That dude there, Sully, man. He wrecked trying to get on pit road. He saved it though. I watched him save the car going on pit road. I'm like, dude, that was a freaking great save right there.
I shit my. Oh, sorry about my language, but I crap my pants.
Yeah, flip it around, grab a gear, and keep it going. There you go.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a miracle.
All right, Coey.
What up, boss?
Coey, one of your 5 races that you get to run. Well, I know you're like an admin in the Xfinity Series overall community owner. Thank you very much for everything you do, even though a bunch of us give you a little bit of a hard time now and then. But, Coey, it's great to see you run strong, stay up front with everybody that had some of the fastest cars. Not sure how much practice time you actually got in before race time. I know that you were in with Boehner and a bunch of other guys, Fatless D and a few others, before we kicked off tonight. Did you get any help from those guys on how to get this car set up for tonight on such short notice? Or tell us how you prepared for this runner-up spot tonight.
Well, actually, I guess the luck of my son being sick today, I got to stay home today, so I practiced a lot today. Kind of ran off of my cup setup. I mean, as I usually say, my car was really fast tonight. I mean, I just tried to be patient. I go up to the top, I get pushed around a little, I went to the back. I didn't want to cause any trouble against the front runners. So I just kind of played it simple and then just took my moves when I could, and the car was just on rails. I mean, I would almost want to say I had the fastest car out there. I mean, that thing was it was awesome. The car was great. I had a little problems in pit road. It got me behind a little bit with the old, pulling in and then getting banged up. Gave me a slow pit stop. But it was great racing up front. It was a lot of fun. Sully and Asbel, everyone was running really strong up front. It's a great race. I wish I would have known about this. That counter really irritates me now that Sully told me he was saving too, because I thought he got tires or pitted. So I could have probably let off longer and definitely won, but that counter shows you like he's like 10 seconds back, he's 5 seconds back, it's 8 seconds. So it wasn't accurate enough to know how much time I had. I thought he was just going to be coming, and I probably could have saved a little bit more, but I thought I had it. And good win, Sully.
Thank you.
Who invited this guy to this stupid league? Man, what the hell?
I tell you what, you're not normally running a fuel-saving, fuel mileage race, so it's kind of interesting to watch you coasting to try for a win here. Normally, you're all about the raw speed, get it going.
That's right.
Yeah, and
I joined the gang tonight. I said hell with it. You know what? Everyone else wants to save fuel. And I see how it can work, but I don't. I really don't like it. But I was like, I'll join the crowd tonight.
I'm with you on that, but I have lost in the other league so many races because of that. Lead the whole on thing and lose it at the end.
Yeah, and I just figured, what the heck, I'll try it. And I don't like it, but it was a fun ending because I just saw you coming. I was like, come on, go a little further. Come on. I hope you got that finish, because I'd like to see how close that
Oh
was,
yeah,
because it seemed
yep.
like it
It
was pretty
was.
close.
I was
Yes.
on your hood as I think again. I think that was bowling. That was right in front of you, and you were coasting and coasting and coasting. You're down on the apron, and at the very last second, you see the 5 come whipping on by, and yeah,
Yeah.
it is on there. So it's kind of a tough break to lose it that way, but it's got to be great. No, if that was your cup setup for the most part, it's got to be great knowing what kind of car you're going to have for Thursday night when HD joins me here in the booth.
I hope so. If I can
Well,
get through the mess.
Yes, sir.
congrats to you, man. Any shout outs from you, old wise one?
I first of all want to give you the number one shout out, Pete, for all you do. The guys that you bring in the booth, and to
Absolutely.
HD, and to I want to give a shout out to Mountain for all he's been doing now, plugging those little commercials, and everyone that's part of it, my admins. And the second biggest thing I want to do is to the fans of NNR. I appreciate you guys who come out and watch our races and support us. Without you guys and without my drivers and everything that's involved, there would be no NNR. So thanks to everybody. That's who I'm shouting out tonight.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate all the time, the patience, the effort, the money, everything that you put into making NR what it is. I'm looking forward to Thursday night, but you know what? I'm also looking forward to Sunday night. Do you want to drop a little bit of information about the charity race that we're running on Sunday night?
I know it's going with Levine Racing. I can't remember the actual name of the charity offhand. I apologize unless
Extra
you know
Life.
it. Extra Life. Okay, so yeah, that's the charity we're running. We got AKA, NNR, eSparks, Frozen's League.
Yep.
A lot of big names, a lot of big leagues. We're all trying to come together and work together as a community and put on a good race for everybody.
Yeah, and I know HD Motorsports and Zane the Bearded One will be live in the booth, and they will have Michael Levine, which is the competition director for Levine Family Racing. Not Levine Family Gaming, but Levine Family Racing, the actual owners of the 95 Toyota Procore, Procore Toyota that Christopher Bell is driving this year, that Matt DiBenedetto drove last year. So if you follow the 95 last year, if you follow him this year, that's who your Michael Levine is who will be in the booth with HD and Zane. And then of course we got Sully here tonight. Sully, you made a huge splash in NNR since you ran towards during the All-Star race, where you really caught the eye of obviously Coe, but Amor and several others when they saw the way you raced, not only the way that you carried yourself on the track, but afterwards. You are a no BS racer. You want to be you want to race. You want others to race you how you race them, and with the kind of respect that you've already earned in NNR. I'm not surprised to see how quickly you're coming up. Congrats on your win tonight. You had a fast car. You kept in the draft all night long. Tell us about that rocket you got, man.
Yeah, what's from to start 27th or 28th, I believe it was. Missed qualifying and had an issue there with the qualifying race, but didn't do well in either stage. And I knew I had a fast car. I knew I could hang there with them once I seen the qualifying, which doesn't pretty much relate to the race. But I got a couple hours of practice in, so I thought that I could run up front. My whole objective was just to finish in the top 10 and continue to gain respect of the other guys on the track, to know how I race. So if an incident does happen, they're not down my throat and wanting to kick me out of the league for which I've seen, in the past. But it was just so much fun, man. I've had a blast in every race, and I feel bad for Coe. That's heartbreaking. I mean, absolutely heartbreaking.
Nah, it was
And
all
I
good,
actually
man.
tested some of that some of the fuel mileage in practice because I've had it burn me so many times. So I knew how many laps it would take me to save one lap, and so I didn't know if it was going to come down that to the end, and it did. So I went ahead and started saving at lap 10. I had 2 laps to save, and it worked out. It was really nice to finally in that third segment to drive up to the front. I was really patient in the first 2 segments, and just trying not to get anybody. And with the drafting that goes on there, it makes it really tough. And so to make it from the back to the front was, I could tell you, I was sweating bullets. My heart rate's still going 100 mile an hour. And just a lot of fun.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah, it is, man. I've not been that excited winning a race since I've started racing, and so that about damn near bring a tear to my eye because it's hard to win.
It is very hard to win. Stout Whiskey, while he was here with me a while back, he made it a point to say, if you end up in a podium spot here in NNR, you're doing all right. So for you to garner the respect of some guys during the All-Star race and afterwards, tonight knocking out this victory. Now, not a whole lot of people know about you. I know during the All-Star qualifier, we spoke for a little bit, and you said that you bounced around looking for a lot of leagues, and you so far you've been happy here with NNR.
Yeah.
We definitely hope that it stays that way. But tell the people out in chat a little bit about yourself. I know that you mentioned going back to like NASCAR 09, which is right where I'm from also. Are you mostly a preset driver? Are you into customs as well? Are you a low preset and you like to free them up from there, or do you like them really loose and you like to tighten them up? Or tell us how you like your car.
Yeah, well, I'm 47 years old. I've been around a while. I started racing in 09, and that's where I got my feet wet and really fell in love with it there. I actually went to a divorce and was off the game for a while, and then got back on in Heat 2 and fell back in love again. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm hoping to be 75 sitting here. And still racing and still hanging with the young bucks. So, it just depends on the track. I can run a loose car. It just depends on the tire wear. And tonight I ran just a 5 preset and made some adjustments from there, and it seemed to really hold the tire wear really well, so I was good all the way through the run. I can tell you that in the first 2 segments at lap 5, and I don't know if you guys seen any of that on your screen, but man, lap 5, it started getting screaming loose, and it was really hard to hang on to. And I went to pit to make an adjustment, and that was the time I hit the flat spot, and that sucker turned right, and I was looking through my window, my passenger side window at pit road, and somehow or another I got that thing turned around and slowed down and didn't get a penalty. And I forgot to make that adjustment, so I had to go a whole nother fuel run that way. And finally got that thing adjusted to where I could hang on to it the last 4 or 5 laps and not have to throttle it so much.
You focus on one thing and you forget the other.
Yeah, it sure did, because I was literally sweating bullets at that point. And I lost a lot of spot on the track. I drove up and was drafting with Asbo and trying to pull away from the guys behind me, but that didn't quite work. And then the next thing I know, I saw Coey go flying right by me at one point.
Well, congrats on your win tonight. It's definitely going to keep building momentum more and more as we get further and further into the season. I want to say a special thanks to Ferretman0294, Brom9324, and USA Greatness on the follows tonight. USA Greatness, if you go ahead and fill out, that information on our website, Coey or
I got a shout out
Smitty
too,
or what you call it, Carol will definitely reach back out to you, talk to you about some trucks maybe. As for me, guys, yeah.
Hold on, Pete. Pete.
Yeah.
Sully wanted to say something.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I just wanted to get this out there because I owe it to him. That TAC Redliner.
Yeah.
That's my practice buddy there. So he allows me to be able to work on different things and in a short amount of time. He'll run a different slider while I run a different one, and I'm trying to get him to get on board here with NNR, and he's doesn't think he's good enough, and that's dead wrong. That guy he can race, and hopefully one day we'll get him moved along. And thank you, Pete, for all that you do. That is amazing, and Coey for setting this whole thing up. Greatly appreciate it, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I think I'll always say it. Glad to be here.
You know, I completely and I apologize. Normally, I ask any shout outs, to your guys.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, and Tack was there in the beginning of the race, pulling forward from the get go. So, yeah, no doubt. And I had actually mentioned that you and him had ran a ton of laps getting ready for the All Star Open. So.
Yep.
I get you.
Hey.
2 more quick things, Pete.
Sure.
I just wanted to, as I mentioned, to the shout out to our fans. I have to give a special shout out to our #1 fan, Country Girl. If she's still listening, we appreciate you tuning in every week. You are our top fan, and I appreciate you being there every week. You're a great fan to have. And one more important shout out is I missed last time was to my son. He always gets mad if I don't mention him. So, Christopher. Actually, I'm kind of glad you were home sick today that I got to practice all day. So, a shout out to my little boy.
Christopher, thanks for lending so much of your dad's time to everything that we like to do here. I know there's probably times where he comes up and you're like, Dad, and he's like, I can't right now. Hold on just 1 minute. In fact, I think I've been on the phone with your dad where he said that. So, yeah, no, thank you very much for all the time you allow your dad to, because we know who the boss in the house is. All the time that you allow
that's
dad
Mom.
to help take care of his online family. But your dad, I'm sure you know that his family comes first. So greatness. I couldn't agree with you more, and I can't wait to see you on Thursday. Bernoulli, put it on the track, and if you think you can hang with NNR, go to nnrleague.com and fill out the info. We'll see what you got. See if you got what it takes. But yeah, as for me, like I was saying, Thursday night, 9:00 Eastern, I will be with the one and only HD Motorsports with our Cup Series right back here live from Michigan International Speedway. Anybody that's still pushing for those Pro League qualifiers, good luck. I think the time on Daytona is running out before they get to the preliminary races. We'll be catching you live. Catch you around the track. Later, guys.
See y'all.